We can live the ocean. Think across the moon. I wish you was. It's pretty solid weight. Woo. Right. Going back and forth. It's pretty solid superset ISL. I will say it was actually on my other channel. Yep, yep, yep. I totally forgot I need to spread the love. I trained chest on the other channel last night. Well, this morning. I have to train back on my other channel. Tomorrow should be active recovery rest day. I think I have 1 or 2 short skin posts. So I'll be alright. And then the other day, shoulders and chest. Hamstring. And then back. Mm. Actually, I'm gonna try to get the blood flowing. Warm the back. Warm up for a minute or two. And then we up over. So we're getting some reverse for the lats. Superset for the workouts. And then we're gonna slice and dice on that amazing back machine. It's just like you just can get it off. I'm just gonna execute 3, maybe 2. Close grip, and then wide grip, reverse. That's gonna be what 2 back movement. And then we'll come over here, some single 1 arm dumbbell on this cable, and off the ear. Pretty much can do some hyper extension. Yep, that's the plan. So that's pretty solid. So far, so good. Oh, does this keep going on? Oh no. Whew. Woo! So we can get it on. You know what? Just gonna go up. Gonna go full rack. Try my best to speed this process up. Oh yeah. Ooh. 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 Shush. Damn. No, that's what I'm talking about. That's pretty solid. One working set down already. One more to go. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. What's the answer? You know the answer. Whew. many sets? I mean, one more, and then no more reverse. Machine, I pretty much can start with that weight. I can bump it up to 2 plates. Buck already pumped. Pump it second to none. Hey! Oh. Damn, that was way too rough. Take up way too much on what I can actually chew, but it is what it is. That's it for that. Jax is in the building. What is all type of crystal, like you're working some form of guzma. And this thing not stopping. So we're gonna pop off over here with some glue. Can you wake me up? Easy way. Oh, oh. Hi. Man, hey. We're over there killing it. Nothing just over there doing his own little thing. Hey. One more set. Yeah. 17 minutes in. 3 butt movement. That's not bad at all. I mean, the time doesn't really matter. Once you engage in the muscle, that's all that matters. You're pre-exhausting, you're getting that stretch, and try your best to pump some quality blood. That's what matters for me, of course. So one more set. And then we're going to do some reverse grip. Should be a pretty straightforward back and tricep day. I'm going to do an arc pull. Hey. Hey. Go on to your mama. That's good. What's up? What's up? What's up? Other Q&A sticker. And it's truly a blessing. And I'm probably going to sound like a scratch record. I'm not doing much. Same old movement, some of it, which is pretty much the same. Over and over, and then I got one. I actually got 11% that's sitting their precious time. See, I'm going to watch all this nonsense that this guy's doing. It's a blessing, though. That's a bit about staying consistent. I know a few years from now, I'm probably maybe going to have at least one person looking up. But I'm not no fitness guru, I'm no motivational speaker, whatever. I tend to talk whatever is on my mind. And inside in the gym working out, only can speak what best work for me. I'm still nobody. But a few years when I just joined in the army, small, puny. I have to be walking around even when I was going to a club, showing my ID. That's how small I was. Didn't have no beard. People think, well, I was actually a kid. I joined the army 16 plus. And then start growing a little knowledge, start gaining a little weight. You're part of a special force. Get selected to be actually play rugby. Was also a part of the national rugby team. Grab a little knowledge along the way. Make a few mistakes here and there. Learn from it. Of course, you can't make mistake and go back and do the same thing over and over. It doesn't make any sense. Unless a warm up brain function, but to each his own. But discipline and have a true purpose of what you're doing. It's going to bring you a long way. There's so much you're going to accomplish. Want to stay true to yourself and believe in, stay on the right path. Because a lot of people are like this. They stumble upon someone, blah, 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 to fulfill whatever void or emptiness they're feeling. All right, this person down me on track. And then it was this person probably just back. Oh, that boom. But each his own, like I said, man. Yes. Without you have a clear cut, then you're always gonna go back and do the same thing. It's just like you taking a pig from out the mud. The pig accustomed to, water in the mud or whatever. You take that pig from out, something that you're accustomed to. Wash him off. You treat it, take very good care of it. Moment you turn left or turn right, or without that pig wanting to change, it's gonna go back to the same thing. So like most of the time, I'll say it's best to leave people or you accept people for who they are. Don't try to change them, but treat them accordingly. Not much from like a business place or whatever. A manager is going to treat a supervisor totally different. Is going to treat someone from, if you're a staff member or if you're a janitor or whatever. But treat people with respect or whatever, but acceptance and surrender. Accept he or she for who they are, and don't open them out. Just zip it. So what's the point going back and forth having a meaningless conversation or trying to change someone? Nothing good will ever come out of it. And there's a 100% chance of something bad happen along the way, or you're trying to, put someone on the right path, and so for instance, something bad. It's always have to be some form of good, but with their level of mind and the way they think something is bad. You're the one going to get blamed. So treat people according to, accept them for who they are. Just continue to do your thing, live your life. Make sense? Could be right or could be wrong. Ooh. Ay, ay, ay. This machine, it's been distributed. The level of stretch you're getting on your lats is second to none compared to when you're doing maybe like bent over and stuff like that. Sometimes certain movements, everyone gonna do a little ego lifting here and there, and nothing is wrong with that. It's just that if you're not doing something correct, you're gonna see some form of growth. It doesn't matter. And who am I to dictate or tell someone that what they're doing is wrong? But every movement and in the center fitness spectrum, you're always gonna hear someone talk or say of what they think is best. But one, nobody know your body like you do. So it's always best for you to take the time out to figure out what works and what doesn't work. I mean, you can grab a little knowledge here and there along the way, but the key factor of this whole entire fitness spectrum, you have to be extra careful of who you're asking for help or whosoever decide they're going to pass on whatever knowledge. Listen with open ears, accept, and be grateful that someone actually opened their mouth and, oh, I think this is what worked best for you, but nah, take the time out. Take the time out and figure what works and what doesn't work. I've this little phrase, there's so many ways for you to come to 10. So you have to dictate your own pace before you're planning on counting to 10. You have to execute. Oh, you're going to execute each numbers where you want to come by half, 5 on 5, 2 for 6, so on and so forth. There's a lot of way for you to count to 10. So not because someone says something, you're just going to take it and go with it. Nah, we all got a little warm up brain. So nothing is wrong trying to take a little 15 minutes here and there to accumulate some knowledge along the way or so on and so forth. Been on this machine for more than a minute and about the stretch that I'm getting. And in all my back movements, I tend to do 2 to 3. Rowing movement, want to emphasize on my lats to expand and that overall fitness as well. And in the form of like deadlift or halfway deadlift, which is classified as rock pull, pretty decent solid exercise, which from time to time I tend to do. So after this is pretty much should be my heavy back day. And tomorrow is active recovery, which I'm probably gonna do some cycling, do some cardio or something to that extent. Relax, rest. Then next it's gonna be shoulders, 2 to 3 chest movement and maybe 2 chest movement, and then arm string and back, which I tend to from time to time I probably do deadlift or rock pull because deadlift you're getting some arm string, some glutes, and some lower back. It's like you're working the entire body with deadlift and arm string. So I was like pair those two together. If I'm feeling fatigue, I'm not really up for it. Then I do some upper extension, which I'm gonna do tonight, and some halfway deadlift, which is classified as a rock pull, and focus on maybe 2 to 3 arm string movement, a rock pull or deadlift movement, and one row movement, and then that's it. Or some assisted pull-ups. But this is the last set though. So far we executed close grip. Then we're gonna go reverse for that mid lats. Close, mid, lower, reverse, upper, and mid. Wide grip reverse. We can also do now, but we're gonna do that. Nope, not today. It's pretty solid though. You know, once you stay disciplined and I try best just to do a little bit each day. How far you can actually reach by doing such. If you cannot run, you walk. Certain stuff is not rocket science. It's just pretty simple and straightforward. But a lot of people tend to, you know, open and praying for people to have sympathy in them, and they keep on doing the same thing over and over. You need to understand that no one is come to save you. Well, that's my little motto. No one is come to save me. That's one thing I know for sure. So I always try my best to, do a little each day. I'm not perfect. A lot of people are always like, oh, you think you're this and oh, you think you're that. At no point in time, I'm human being just like everybody else. I have my flaws or whatever. That's why I tend to like stay in my own little bubble because I can't bother to go back and forth having no meaningless conversation with anyone. Oh, you think you're blah 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 blah, like and all this yap yap yap. And the only thing you want is just peace. You're not walking around with a shirt, oh I'm this and oh I'm that, but yet people just by watching and observing or the way you move or act or whatever, judgment. They just see and then they start judging and they start criticizing. But that's just mankind though. There's some vicious creatures, that's one thing I know for sure, that stumble upon this land. So ah, it is what it is. 100 years from now, we're all gonna be forgotten. That's one thing we know for sure. I'm going to die. You're going to die. We're all going to die. We're just a walking court at the end of the day. So, I mean, for me, I'm just living each day like it's my last. And that's my motto. I'm trying my best to put food on my table. That's what actually motivates me. If you know what it's like to go hungry, and I'm talking about real, real hungry. I'm not talking about you having, oh, I'm not going to eat because my parents said to do this. I'm talking about real hunger. Going to your bed, tummy's hurting, migraine, everything. And knowing the fact that another day, which is tomorrow or whatever, you're gonna wake up, probably gonna be even worse. No option, nothing. What more motivation than that do you need? Yeah, 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 yeah. Man, let's work. Our next back session, we can go neutral grip and close, because we'll go close and then reverse. Switch it up, side changes, or we can, stand right here and get some singles in. It's a keeper. You need to go to your bed. You see, I'm at work, so you need to go to your bed. It's way past your bedtime. Say your price and get your bed. No, we don't. This is like a little the gym at work. So we got a room around there for you to like stretch and stuff like that, and also for you to do upper extension. We have a few dumbbells in that room. We have a few treadmill, elliptical, stairmaster, and what you see in here. So for the foot pullover machine, which I tend to use dumbbell to expand my rib cage and my lower lats, or my lower pectoral muscle. Because pullover you can execute such movement on a back day or also on the chest day, but no, we don't. So I tend to use dumbbell if I'm going to do that movement. This is a pretty cool gym though. It's actually a work gym. Can't go wrong. I'm not gonna say. I mean, I don't know. I think it's strong enough to do whatever I want. Yeah, yeah, yeah. One more set and then that's it. It's pretty solid pump though. Let's set my straight up. Yeah, I've competed already. I do two bodybuilding show. Actually, do two bodybuilding show over on my next channel. I think that's actually my main photo or something like that. When I was on stage, I compete 2 times, which I did on classic physique. That's what you call when you wear the little boy shorts thing. I came first and everything, and plus I won the overall. That was my first show with little or no knowledge. And then my second show, it was like a hit and miss. I came third though, but I mean, when I put in to get my time off from work, it was like, oh, maybe you get it, maybe you don't get it. But I was still training up to a certain extent. I was holding a whole lot of water though because I wasn't getting enough sleep. I couldn't sleep. I take a whole lot of water retention pill. Couldn't sleep, nothing. So when you take water retention pill like the night before the show, and like you drink vodka, once you sleep and once you get pretty decent amount of sleep, then the vodka and everything is going to absorb. So you're gonna wake up tomorrow feeling dry. We're not gonna. You're just gonna feel extremely dry. More gonna be dry. Your skin is gonna look a lot more dense because all that alcohol and that water retention pill is gonna absorb. So you're gonna have that crystal look. Thursday I go to work, didn't sleep. Friday I go to work. No, I work Thursday. No, I work Thursday. Yeah, couldn't sleep. Friday couldn't sleep. Train whatever. Saturday when I get off work in the morning because I work a 12-hour shift. Couldn't sleep. Drove straight down to do the show. Win whatever. It was a great experience though, but that's it. Guys, I'm gonna get one more setting and then give you guys a little small update. I ain't gonna flex, I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna put my tank tack off. This machine right here, it's a pretty solid machine. Love. I'm not no bodybuilder, don't get it wrong. But yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, once you have the level of mindset of, what you want to do, you just go and do it. I'm actually certified. Shoot the short crane apart. Graph a little knowledge. I've been lifting weights for quite some time. I joined the army when I was 16 plus, which is in 2012. The only 6 years, and that's it. But from that, on and off, and then stumble upon a few. What can I call them? You know what? I'm not even going to get into that, but look, we're going to get one more set in. One more set. Ooh. And the pump. Second to none. Let me see this thing. Gonna. A lot of room for improvement, but we'll forever be grateful. You want to go 18-inch? What's my advice? My advice is, and you can take it or leave it. Just have a true purpose. That's the main reason why. Just start from in the first place and just try your best. But all don't try to find an excuse. Try your best just to do a little each day. That's all. That's all you have to do. Just do a little bit each day. Stay consistent, discipline, and then you'll be all right. You'll get whatever in charm you want to, whatever goal you want to accomplish in the gym. Just stay consistent, stay true to yourself, and just keep on doing your thing. And it's so easy for us mankind can get easily distracted once you're on the path of growth. You're always gonna have someone to stumble upon trying to break your little brain back down. But I have this little phrase that say every day, every single day, it gets a little easier. But staying consistent and have a true purpose of the main reason why you want to accomplish whatever goal you want to accomplish in life, fitness, whatever. That's actually the hard part. So every day gets a little easier. But staying consistent and doing the same thing, which is repetition over and over. That's actually the hard part for all of us. You know, when we're on the verge to, like you say, you want to 18-inch arms. And at first, I mean, it's been 2 years. You ain't gonna see much growth. You know, probably if you have a job, probably if you have a family, probably. So there's so much thing you're going to have to, trying to balance and trying to get your workout in, which is gonna be some days it's definitely gonna be better than some, which you need to accept. If there's some form of bad or whatever you think that is taking place, it has to be some form of good. So you have to accept. But stay disciplined and have a true purpose of the main reason why you want to 18-inch arms and clear cut. Just take your own little time. Pace yourself. Don't really put a time frame that you want to accomplish your 18-inch arms overnight or 2 years, 3 years down the line. Could probably take 4, 5, 6 based on your genetics and your work ethic. But if you study a lot, what you put in, that's what you're going to get in the end result. That's one thing I know for sure. But you got this. Love. I don't know you, but I know you got this. We're going to part this machine because it's way too spicy. And then we're going to up and do something else. Time is ticking. thing not pausing. All right, this is where you're welcome, champ. I got you. This machine is a bit tricky. uh, this ain't gonna cut it. Yeah, we're what? 50 minutes in. Gets after this. Can execute two tricep movement, which pretty much gonna be some form of pull down. Maybe a little V bar. And then we're gonna call it. Off camera though, I'm gonna do some hyper extension, which is all the way around that side. I mean, I could walk with myself a stick, but nah, I ain't gonna do that. Just gonna cut it. I think I've executed more than enough on camera. Reverse, baseball, close grip, reverse, machine, close grip machine, and then we finish up with some one arm cable row. More lats again. Man, my condolence to your girlfriend, but I mean that's a pretty much deep thoughts. At least you know you have a goal or something that you want to accomplish. You want to be strong enough to protect your family member, which I think everyone should able to. I'm not no guru. I'm not no motivational speaker, but there's a few stuff that the Bible that wrote in the Bible. I'm not quite sure if it's mankind translate. At some point in time, you know, mankind translate to whatever they think is best or whatever. But it's a pretty solid thing, though. At least you have some. It's a pretty what more motivation than that do you need? To know that you have to be protective for your mom, your little siblings, and so forth. So I know for a fact you got this because you have a clear cut of what you want to accomplish. You just need to figure out, like I said, how far are you willing to actually push yourself because this road gonna feel rocky. And I know for a fact there's some form of void or that emptiness inside you that you want to fulfill. Maybe you want to get an ex-girlfriend, maybe where you're at in your life, you're totally uncomfortable. So you think going out and seeking companionship or whatever is going to fulfill whatever emptiness you're having from in the first place. But deep down, it's not. So, I mean, you just need to lock in what more motivation, what the main purpose are you going to the gym? You know, you want to, like I say, you want to develop strength to protect your family. That's the only motivation you need. So, I mean, just try your best to, like I said, discipline and staying consistent. Just try your best to do a little bit each day. You don't want to overdo it or crash, or you don't want to feel overwhelmed about the situation, knowing the fact that I'm going to the gym, I'm not really seeing much results at the moment or whatever. But we all need to start. We all start at some point, at some start somewhere at some point, and that's the beauty about it. To start, but how far you're willing to go, I mean, the sacrifice that you're willing to take to, push like when someone like, hey, let's do this, let's do that, and you know you haven't gotten your workout and you know you have to do this, you know you have to do that. To actually say no and stay consistent. That's actually the hard part. Or the type of person you associate yourself with. That also can be a pretty much downfall for everyone. I mean, back home, I'm not familiar. They're like, there's this phrase that my grandma used to say, show me your company and I tell you you are. So you have to be very mindful as well of the people that you associate yourself with or who you invite in your circle. And it's real manifestation, is real. Working extremely hard for what you want. That's also real. Nothing, there's no milk and honey gonna drop out of the sky. So you have to put in the work. And that's what a lot of people fail to understand. And that's where a lot of people tend to fail. Because they just accept, this ain't happening, so wait, let's cut off with it. But just keep on doing the thing, champ. You got this. And I know for a fact your little brother is watching. If no one is watching at all, then your mom or whatever, your little brother, I know that. And I ain't gonna go into too much details, but your little brother is watching. Just keep on doing the thing, and trying to tread the right path of life. Because if it's a little brother, he's going to want to ask some question at some point in time. If you're the bigger one, he's going to ask a whole lot of question once you start growing. So just be, mindful of that, and just keep doing your thing. Oh, man, you see that stretch? Oh, squeeze. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ay, ay, ay. Catch you and be extra careful now. Now, hope you have a good one. That's the beauty about it. I'm actually at work on my break time. But I appreciate you tuning in though. Can you wake me up? Is it wake me up? You know what? I think I'm going to start a little superset in this thing. I mean, it's arms. Not really something I enjoy training, so. Can start doing a little superset. Ay. I'm more than satisfied. You know what? That's pretty much gonna be it. Gonna execute one more set, but I say that's pretty much it. 4 back movements. It's pretty solid. We're gonna finish here. Maybe only do one tricep. It's not that serious at the moment. But I'll definitely catch you guys in a bit. Peace out.